Long time no hear. I'm noticing Sun moving into Leo, and that's always party time. But the main thing I would like to talk about is that Venus is moving retrograde now. It started moving retrograde at 28 Leo yesterday. This is a test on love, particularly on love. The heart. Heart matters. Now, this is what's really just omnipotent and powerful about, well, we call it love, but it's heart matters, okay? So, it's our very beings that are connected to a plasmatic field. We can get into science, and thank God for Aquarius that will do that. Otherwise, there's a lot of drama, right? It's Leonian, and it's kind of unconscious, which is not a bad thing. It's something to understand about the unconscious mind, but to bring it into consciousness is where we are saying, I have acquired my superpowers. But anyway, that's a lot of misunderstanding there about unconsciousness. There's the kind where you're hit upon the side of the head with a 2x4, and you're not accessing reality. God, if there's something unconscious, like being blacked out, it's the mind itself. The mind is a blinder to reality, period. The mind is the one that distorts a simple fact, and you need to get a witness in there. See, the mind is the one that does not pay good witness for anybody. It is the narcissist, okay, is the one who is a terrible witness for anybody. Just isn't good witness, not even for themselves. They can't really trust themselves. They don't have a dialogue that is hooked into that solid connection to self. But see, so with Venus and Leo going retrograde, it's big, it's huge for people now. Anybody who is a prominent Venus ruled, or that you have a Venus aspect, like if you have Sun conjunct Venus or anything, that's a powerful aspect to have a Sun conjunct Venus, which is infused. See, I have a mild Sun conjunct Venus, but anybody with a beating heart is going to feel this aspect. If your love, your handle on the truth. See, that's something to say there. Is that what love is? I would say yes. Love loves the truth. Love isn't love unless it has just become one with the truth, right? And then now you're the master baby. Master. Whatever it is. So, this may or may not dial us in. I mean, for sure, yes. If people are struggling with the truth, this Venus retrograde is going to be like like a reminder you don't get it. And it's like the carpet, your red carpet is being pulled out from underneath you here in Leo. Um, See, what is omnipotent and most powerful is love. Now, scientifically, we can talk about it. I mean, we have to get scientific when it comes to the real thing. There's where we point out Aquarius, where Pluto is kind of teeter-tottering right there. It moved back into Capricorn to make us see the the world of the dead, the world of the living dead, the issues of materialists and money makers that are just immature spiritually. This will come up more and more. It's like, well, yeah, that's really important to have your spiritual life together because all else is going to go to hell. That's number one. And then, see, there's a reason to live, and there would be a reason to die. I mean, there's reason. The Buddha says, there's reason to reason. And then the Buddha says there isn't any reason. There is no reason for unreason. You know, uh, you may be confronted at this time. I know I am. It's butting up right against my property on the other side. It's the last thing that would happen. We've already got our fences up. Now they're putting a fence up. And I'm looking, it's like, okay, those two trees have to come out because obviously, okay, first of all, is that a problem or is it a problem? I don't know if they see, now I'm dragging you into my personal life, but if they go according to what they put this how they put the string, their fence is going to be going like this, and it's like, is that the kind of work that you're going to be doing? But see, that's getting back to what works. I mean, what's really there? Plum, plum. You see, Thich Nhat Hanh has a Thich Nhat Hanh. He's the Buddha who died last year on January 22nd or something like that. So anyway, that was or February 22nd. I don't know. Anyway, that was an intense time for me. He founded the village called Plum Village. Plum is a term used in carpentry where you know the wood is plumbed. It's not there's not a gap in between. It's almost seamless. Um, a good example of plumb is what you see how they build the pyramids and those rocks, the way that they are just plumb. Even if there's a little curve, they seem to it's just flush to the surface there. Not a hair can fit through. And seamless is a good um, word to use because this is a metaphor we're talking about for the mind, now the meditative mind, that is the truth. I mean, who just sees the truth as is. There isn't a thought or filter or fear-based orientation about it to where it's just going to see. So but that's really hard. Say like with what I'm dealing with here with this guy, he put a string up and then he puts it around the tree, and now the string is going like this, and it's like, well, obviously, see what I got to do, and I don't mind doing it. I'm going to do it. I have to before he shows up. Is I'm going to cut the string. He tells me that um, this is not a big deal though, but I have to make a big deal about this because what if I don't think anything big is going to come out of it really. I mean, I just need to be quiet. Right? No, I think you go ahead and say something, even though it's all just dust in the wind or clouds in the air, because like I said, you cut the string and then we'll see what happens really. How does the fence want to be put down if it's going to be a straight shot? Well, it's looking like a little bit of work going around the tree. What I mean is like getting butted up against the tree and then going like this and then starting out again, which has nothing to do with the measurements that you're supposed to use. If you cut the tree, you can do what you're supposed to do, which is every 10 feet. So see, this is what I'm going to say. See, all of this, who cares? I could be quiet and shut up and it'll turn out just fine. But now we're getting to know each other, right? I got this neighbor, which is like, okay, I guess it's been a year or two. I forget. Did he buy it last year or was it the year before? See, I can't remember because it's looking like still they're moving in. It's looking like still they're getting stuff together. It's just looking like still they're just getting stuff organized um, to their desire. And it's like, well, do you guys ever fucking relax? What is your desire here? Is it of the mind or is it of the heart? Because if it's of the mind, you're never going to relax, and you're not going to notice the truth. You're going to trample on people like me. I'm about ready to put a sign up that it's like a plaque, a piece of wood with a golden fucking thing that says resident. Longer than any of you people here. I have been here for fucking 40 years and I watched your houses being built. And I'm saying respect. Look again. And see, that's not the way to be. The real way to be is to get to know everybody here. People aren't getting to know me. They don't care. I mean, it's just, what do they see? Oh, she doesn't have any money. And another thing is, too, could be, oh, she doesn't have a partner. It's like, you know what? That right there. Okay, so I don't have a marriage partner. You guys are a fucking army. Each and every household is segregated. Marriage is something that the church made, one of the first methods of social distancing. And that's a stupid fucking place now, where people can't even look each other in the eye and say, fucking, I know what you're saying, it's just the truth, and that's all. But if you walk in the name of truth, in the name of the heart, it's just what is, like a child. It's like, excuse me? You're going to have to either cut that tree down, or it's a lot of work you're doing there, isn't it? And by the way, it's ugly. All of it is. I'm having to put a fence up back there. See, and it's going to be right plumb against the property, and it's like, now I'm really walling myself off away from the creek there. Before it's all open, my great grandpa, and all of this is like, yeah, Shauna is really going crazy. She can't really handle the modern day, just put your fence up and start doing this fucking shit. And it's like, good God. See, I would like to have a distraction called a partner or something, some people in my life just for that, just because it's a distraction. It's like, I don't have to make this stupid fucking video about this stupid fucking petty shit. But you see, I'm going to go out there and where the tree is, I mean, so at the very, am I trying to say something here about astrology to the masses, or am I talking about my personal business? This is the way it has to get for you, because why? We don't have a tribe. We don't have a leader saying, okay, by the way, did you notice? Now I saw somebody over there do this. By the way, you can't make dams inside of the creek because it's going to cause mosquito ponds later on. I know you have your ideas about, oh, but it saves the water and we get to, blah, blah, blah. Nah, you're creating a fucking shithole. And it's going to wash out anyway. But in the meantime, we have a yearly thing that we are doing. It's like, what are you doing? Growing mosquitoes? Cool! By September, if it doesn't rain and all that stuff, and then they keep sucking the creek dry up above, which they do, the water company is taking it. You're creating mosquito ponds, building dams. See, so I thought about it. It's like, well, but is that any of my business? Yeah, well, kind of. You want to make people think about it. It's like, well, what are you doing there? Really, what are you doing? You're creating a big pool, bigger pools than usual. See, that creek just runs, trickles away. And it's not. I'm not saying that it's mosquito free. If you don't build a dam, no. But if you're building dams, it's going to be like that much more mosquitoes. That makes more sense to me, and because of that, I need to get these big markers to start being able to write these fucking signs that I gotta put up. This is what you gotta do in your microcosm, because there is no tribes that we fucking go to anymore. They're not listening to me in the morning here, saying, by the way, neighborhood, you want to keep your waters clean? Do you really want fisses up so you can just fucking look at and snarl at each other? It's just weird. It's like, so what? I have bushes enough that I don't have to fucking see you people. It shouldn't be that way, though. It is for sages and people that meditate, but are we respected? Do people come to me and say, Shauna, what do you see? What's going on? No.